join us on Patreon, and become part of our journey to uncover history's untold stories. Your support helps us create in-depth content, bring hidden narratives to life, and keep history alive for everyone.
The image of Jesus Christ has long been a subject of fascination, reverence, and profound debate. For 2 millennia, he has been depicted in art, literature, and theology as the central figure of Christianity, embodying hope, sacrifice, and divine grace. Yet, while the teachings of Jesus have transcended cultural boundaries, the question of his physical appearance has remained a point of contention and curiosity. Who was the man behind the teachings, and what did he look like? Was Jesus a fair-skinned, blue-eyed figure as often depicted in Western art, or did his appearance align more closely with the diverse and complex ethnicities of the Middle East? Could he have been black, reflecting the African influence present in the region's history? These questions are not merely academic. They strike at the heart of identity, representation, and the way history is remembered and reshaped. To unravel the mystery of Jesus' appearance, we must embark on a journey through the ancient world, examining the historical, cultural, and theological context of his life. The New Testament, which serves as the primary source for his life and ministry, offers scant details about his physical attributes. This silence has allowed interpretations to flourish, each shaped by the cultural and political climates of those who sought to depict him. The artistic renderings of Jesus, from the serene icons of Byzantine mosaics to the imposing figure in Renaissance masterpieces, often reflect the societies that created them rather than the historical realities of first-century Judea. The debate over Jesus' appearance is not merely an exercise in artistic critique. It touches on broader issues of race, identity, and the ways in which power influences representation. In Western societies, Jesus has often been depicted in ways that reinforce Eurocentric ideals, an image that became deeply entrenched during colonial expansions. This portrayal has had profound implications, shaping perceptions of divinity and humanity in ways that marginalize other racial and ethnic groups. Conversely, movements across Africa, Asia, and the Americas have reimagined Jesus in forms that resonate with their own cultural and historical experiences, asserting that the divine can be found in every visage. To understand the historical appearance of Jesus, we must first consider the geographical and ethnic realities of the region in which he lived. Jesus was born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth, town situated in the Roman province of Judea. This region, now part of modern-day Israel and Palestine, was at the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe, making it a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities. The population of Judea during the 1st century CE was predominantly Jewish, and the Jewish people themselves were ethnically diverse, reflecting centuries of intermarriage, migration, and conquest. This diversity complicates any attempt to definitively classify Jesus' appearance within modern racial categories. Archaeological evidence in ancient texts suggests that the average Jewish man of Jesus' time was likely of medium height, with a robust build. His skin tone would have ranged from olive to darker shades, reflecting the Mediterranean climate and the genetic diversity of the region. Hair and eye color would have similarly varied, though dark hair and eyes were predominant. These characteristics align with descriptions of Semitic peoples in ancient sources and depictions in contemporaneous art. However, this broad description leaves much room for interpretation, and the question of Jesus' complexion remains a focal point of debate. One of the most enduring questions about Jesus' appearance is whether he could be considered black in the sense understood in modern racial terms. Advocates for this perspective often point to the historical connections between the Levant and Africa. Ancient trade routes and migrations facilitated significant cultural and genetic exchange between these regions. The biblical account of Jesus' flight to Egypt to the child further underscores the historical ties between Judea and Africa. Some scholars argue that Jesus' family's ability to blend in during their time in Egypt suggests that their appearance was not markedly different from the local population, which included both lighter and darker-skinned peoples. The presence of African-descended communities in the ancient Near East, including the Cushites and Egyptians, also raises questions about how these groups may have influenced the demographic makeup of Judea. Furthermore, the Hebrew Bible and other ancient texts frequently reference interactions with African kingdoms, highlighting a long history of cultural and ethnic intermingling. While these connections do not definitively prove that Jesus was black, they challenge simplistic notions of racial homogeneity in the region and open the door to broader interpretations of his appearance. The question of Jesus' physical appearance is further complicated by the theological significance attributed to his image. For many, Jesus' appearance is less important than what he represents: love, redemption, and the universality of God's message. Yet, representation matters. The way Jesus is depicted can influence how individuals and communities see themselves in relation to the divine. For centuries, the image of a European-looking Jesus has been used to justify colonialism, slavery, and racial hierarchies, distorting the inclusive message of his teachings. In response, many communities have reimagined Jesus in ways that affirm their own identities, creating images that reflect their cultural and historical realities. In the African American tradition, for example, Jesus has often been depicted as black, a symbol of resilience and liberation in the face of oppression. This reinterpretation draws on the biblical themes of suffering and deliverance, presenting Jesus as a figure who identifies with the marginalized and downtrodden. Similarly, indigenous and Asian communities have crafted depictions of Jesus that resonate with their unique experiences, asserting that the divine is not confined to any one image or ethnicity. These interpretations challenge the dominance of Eurocentric portrayals and celebrate the diversity of human experience. While historical evidence provides some clues about Jesus' appearance, it is unlikely that we will ever have a definitive answer. Ancient texts and archaeological findings can only offer glimpses into the past, and the absence of contemporary descriptions of Jesus' physical attributes leaves much to the imagination. What we can say with confidence is that Jesus was a man of his time and place, reflecting the ethnic and cultural diversity of first-century Judea. His appearance was shaped by the complex interplay of genetics, environment, and historical context, making him a figure who defies simple categorization. The debate over Jesus' appearance ultimately reflects broader questions about identity, power, and representation. Who gets to define the image of Jesus, and what does that image say about the values and aspirations of those who create it? These questions are not just about the past. They are about the present and the ways in which history is used to shape our understanding of the world. By examining the historical appearance of Jesus, we are invited to confront our own assumptions and biases, challenging us to see the divine in all its complexity and diversity. In conclusion, the historical appearance of Jesus remains a subject of intrigue and debate, a testament to the enduring power of his story. Whether Black, Middle Eastern, or depicted in countless other forms, Jesus represents a universal hope that transcends physical attributes. His image, like his teachings, continues to inspire and challenge us, inviting us to look beyond surface appearances and embrace the deeper truths of love, justice, and human dignity.